everybody. I'm Brittany Lewis, a breaking news reporter here at Forbes. Joining me once again is Michael Thatcher, President and CEO of Charity Navigator. Michael, thanks so much for joining me.
Oh, Brittany, I'm really glad to be here. It's good to see you again.
It is good to see you. We have talked before this time of the year. We've talked before about giving and seasons of giving. We have passed Black Friday. We have passed Cyber Monday, where people have gotten everything they need for themselves and their families. And now it's Giving Tuesday. So, to start off the conversation, how are people feeling about giving right now? Are they feeling generous? Do more Americans feel more inclined to be opening their pocketbooks? What does that look like?
So, we've just run a user donor survey at Charity Navigator, and we do this every year going into the giving season. Tomorrow's really the beginning of the giving season. It's open season, Giving Tuesday. It's a time for focused generosity. We've had a very tumultuous year. We've had a few pretty massive disasters when you think of the Texas floods, the fires in Los Angeles. And so people have been doing a lot of reactive giving. What happens now is it's a time to really think about the things I care about, and it's much more thoughtful giving, and it's what individual giving happens. In our surveys, what we found is about 32% of the people that responded say they're going to be giving more this year. So we're super optimistic about that. It was about 44% say they're staying the same with what they gave last year. But the key point is they're giving, right? And it was only about 8% that responded to our survey said they're giving a little bit less, and that's due to their own personal financial situation.
That's pretty good, though, that either it's staying status quo, more people feel more inclined to give more. Why is that? Because you and I have talked before about this intersection of politics and giving. We've talked before about in President Trump's first term, there was rage giving or the Trump bump, where people felt more inclined to give to kind of fight out if they didn't or if they weren't happy with the election results. Is that a reason why?
So I think many people see their generosity and their investments in the nonprofit sector as a form of action, as a form of, if I care about the environment, I can do something for the environment by actually making donations here. There's been a lot of cutbacks to international aid, to different internal national programs, and so people's individual giving are a way for them to keep supporting the things that they care about. So it is a form of action, and you could call it political action, but it's more about I care about this, and I'm going to put my money there.
To that point, you've told me before that giving follows news cycles, right? So when people see disasters like the Los Angeles wildfires, like that really horrific flooding in Texas earlier this year, people donate to causes that help those events. But people also follow what's happening politically and donate there as well. We've seen this administration take a sledgehammer to USAID earlier this year, cutting billions to foreign aid. We also got a taste of SNAP disruption during the government shutdown. And once the One Big Beautiful Bill Act really goes into effect, millions of people are expected to lose SNAP benefits. Are you seeing people address that in their giving?
100%. And so what we saw going into the last week of October, when people were seeing that SNAP was going to, the funding was going to go away, there was a 600% increase in donations to food banks and food pantries. We launched a list. We always do lists that are sort of topical to what's going on in the world. We had a SNAP charities list, which were top organizations focused on food aid. Again, within the first week of launching that list, 1,000% increase in donations to the organizations on that list. So yes, there's a very definite reaction when there's something that is suddenly goes away or government funding goes away. The individual donors who care about these issues, they step up and they supplement as best they can. It doesn't replace government funding, right? The government funding is huge, and so there's a big shortfall right now. And so if these are issues that people care about, strongly encourage you to find an organization that's really doing good work and support them because they need your help.